What psychs out his opponents even before the fight begins is the way he walks down that aisle. Smiling, not a care in the world. Going to a dance, not a doer. But watch out when he gets into the ring.
Oh, and a beautiful combination.
Pac-Man, as he's called, is the biggest boxing sensation in years.
Manny Pacquiao is the best fighter that I have ever seen.
And Manny's game mesmerizes the Philippines. Tens of millions watch his every fight, in halls, in bars, in the streets. The crime rate plummets to zero. The criminals and the cops take the night off.
There is nobody in the Philippines, nobody who is not watching Manny Pacquiao fight, and there must be blind Filipinos and they're listening.
And after every fight, the ecstasy becomes close to uncontrollable. The festivities stream through the streets of Manila, bringing people the sweetest joys in their often impoverished lives. And when he isn't in the ring, he's everywhere. Manny is an icon, a businessman, and a brand. He has his own shopping mall, his own pool hall. Manny loves playing for high stakes. He has $30,000 on this game. But his biggest gamble so far was to stand for public office. Last May, he ran for a seat in the Filipino Congress and campaigned as hard as he trained. Policy was not the priority. He began the fight as an underdog, but as he had done so many times before, he murdered his opponent.
You know, one thing though, if you're serious about politics, don't you think it's about time you stopped getting hit in the head?
I already achieved my goals in boxing, my dreams in boxing. And what I want to achieve more is in public service, you know. I want to be a champion there.
But Manny hasn't quit boxing. Not yet. Saturday, he'll be fighting former welterweight champion Antonio Margarito before 70,000 spectators at Cowboy Stadium. Margarito will be a lot heavier than Manny, 5 inches taller, and in the best shape of his life. And Manny?
Right, you stay focused and there's no problem at all.
He's been pounding the pavement, pounding the punching bags, and doing 2 hours in the ring without a single break. But Freddie Roach says, despite appearances, he's not training the way he used to. And he's distracted, he says, by politics, and could lose the fight.
I've had anxiety attacks over this. I'm worried about it, yes. Okay, I'm walking around at 2 o'clock in the morning, something's not right. We're not preparing the way we should for this fight.
Have you said this to Manny?
Of course.
You told Manny that he could lose the fight?
If he keeps on the road he's going, yes.
But Manny's been on the road, always moving forward, since he stowed away on that ferry to Manila. So now he's a champion and a congressman. What makes anyone think he'll stop there?
Do you ever think you might one day... You're smiling already. You know what I'm going to ask you?
I
know. Okay, do you think one day you might be president?
It's hard to have a comment right now because it's that far away.
Spoken like a true politician.
Yes, we are proud.
A boxer as president of a nation of 94 million? Now that would be history. But then again, Manny thinks he's made history already.
Who do you think is the greatest boxer ever?
Including me?
Including you.
Of course, me.